times. I think it's ridiculous how the sparks of your feet from your spin attack is enough to melt ice in this game. Like,
Oh, that's where it comes from?
like you see the sparks on you?
Yeah.
Like, I think that's what is constituting as a heat source for the ice. We got some good storage practice going on here. If I could get storage, it'd be even better practice, but, you know, the fact I'm getting the Wind Waker dive every time is a big bonus.
All right, we're good to restart the timer and such.
All right.
Things are good.
I should get storage. Yep.
All right, starting the timer.
All right. I totally got storage while you guys weren't looking, so I can skip this cutscene. It's like a 10-second long cutscene of just showing around the area a little bit. I don't have fire arrows or bombs, so I cannot go through the. I cannot go backwards there. I can't shoot down the platform. If I do that, I can do it backwards. I think I'll do it coming out of the door up there. Hey, this is Dean's Pearl. Remember it well. That is my official name brand Pearl. It has a TM at the end of it, so it's Dean's Pearl. The only reason that meme started is because there's like some French people on commentary, and when they say like Dean,
Oh, that's silly.
Din, it comes off as a little bit Dean. And so, yeah. Or the one, there was a match last year against like Zombie God and some other person, and Jarhead was commentating, and he kept calling Zombie God my name. He kept, oh hey, like bombs, wow. So this seed is incredibly nice to us currently, like, and we do not have a key, so I'm going to have to. I think I'm going to just go straight over here because I'm gonna have to go up anyway, so I can't go backwards. So with my bow, I can actually shoot these strings that are holding down that platform way up high there. Oh.
What happened?
So
You
I
pressed
did,
the wrong button?
No, I didn't shoot down the platform. That's
Oh.
what happened.
Wait, you think you shut it down?
Yeah, I was just talking about it, so my brain kind of just, for some reason, thought it was already down or something like that. There's also a strat where I can jump on that spike right there, but I'm not going to opt for it because it's a little bit precise.
Yeah, there's so many options here.
It's actually cool that this dungeon is only, well, other than the tingle bombs necessary, you can complete this whole dungeon with just a grappling hook by jumping on that spike and getting over here early. Because typically that would require you to have leaf, I believe, is what the logic asks for. Let's see if we get our one framer. Dang it. So in between that cutscene, there's one frame of we can make an action, but I'm kind of a noob gamer, so not good enough. Bombs are a pretty big deal because before you can clear dungeons without them, but now that there are these tingle chests that probably 90% of the people who play the vanilla game don't even know about. I can't tell you how many people in Discord have been like, where's the tingle chests?
I only found out about them because of the speedrunning community.
Yep. Like, if you did not have a tingle tuner when you were growing up, like, it's like, how would you know?
Is that a key in there?
There was a key in there, yeah.
Okay.
I forget we're supposed to be paying attention to tracking items. Let's see if I can lure him out.
Come
Almost.
on, bro. Get out.
I do have a Master Sword, though, so that doubles my damage of my sword, requiring only one slash on his eye there. Do a little bit of side hop for optimal movement while holding items. Hooray. Please be a key. Sweet. All right. So I was about to say, yeah, we're 100% in logic right now. All right. We just need RNGesus to give us those light arrows, basically, right? Because I have hook shot, I have grapple. Oh, just kidding. I guess this isn't this slow.
Nintendo lets you down again.
Well, I rolled those stairs so often that I don't think about
I think
it.
the angle matters. Probably.
Yeah, they're slightly curved. Sorry, this is the first time I played this game today.
First time I played this game, period.
Yeah.
You're such a fast learner.
This is any percent Wind Waker randomizer Woofer ZFG teaches Dean. all the strats.
Oh, you're doing great.
He's actually telepathically communicating with me, and I'm just picking up on everything on the fly. I actually know all the strats somehow. But opening doors is hard. The final boss. Actually, to be honest, ladders get me all the time. I like the way those bokoblins look, that dark purple.
You climb these so much faster in Randomizer, though. It's
Another
great.
beautiful convenience tweak. What else do you do faster? Climb. No, you pull blocks
Yeah,
at twice the speed.
it's all very good in this dungeon.
What I like to do there, but the bird is bad RNG, is like if you pick up the rock and the bird hits you.
Oh yeah, it's so good.
Yeah. Should we go for the roll to save those frames?
Yeah, go for it. It's kind of funny.
So if I were to bonk off this thing, I would just fall back down all the blocks, and it would negate saving 9 frames. Save 9 frames or lose 5 seconds. Tough choice, actually. Hey, we got a boss. We got a lot of keys so far. Hey, let's hope that the under the rope bridge has like a compass or something in there. Hey,
That was cool.
I shouldn't mash A.
I think it's just
okay,
the spot
actually,
you're grabbing.
You're right. I wasn't mashing A the second time. Yeah, the board collision there seems to be a little bit funky.
It's all the keys.
All right. Dragon Roost is very linear today. One of the reasons I was kind of opting that I was thinking about rolling a seed without Dragon Roost in it was because of how linear Dragon Roost is. There's like nothing cool to show off in it. Like Earth Temple has the most tech in it, but got no tamam, no delivery bag yet though. Earth Temple has
Did you
the
just
most
say
tech.
delivery baguette?
We do not have the delivery bag yet.
Okay.
But yes,
baguette.
we do not have a bag yet. The reason the spheres thing didn't work for me back on the other tracker is because I would check everything off in like a series of progressions.
Yeah.
And then go back and check things. So the tracker marks things by you pressing something and then pressing the item so that it corresponds to the place and the item. So like sometimes when we're chatting about where was light arrows again, then you go back and nice. You go back through your logic tracker and it will just display it.
That Picto Box chest is going to let us save some time on the melee check.
Yeah, so that's kind of a good call that I did. There's a check on Windfall. There's 7 originally I could do, and I only did 6 of them because one of them is where you activate a girl to run around the island for, I think it's almost 2 minutes. It's actually quite a while, and if there's nothing that you can do on top of that, like light the lighthouse or do that pick the box stuff, then it's actually pretty tedious and slow. Maybe I can get some fire and ice arrows and I can get that lighthouse at the same time. I think I have to skip the cutscene, yeah. So there's a cutscene that like shows that you can make platforms on the lava, and I'm putting my camera at a kind of specific angle here. Okay.
That didn't work.
That didn't work. But you know what? We're not in the lava, so. And we're definitely still not in the lava, so. So I'm gonna overlap these cutscenes here. What I would sometimes do if like I didn't have like bombs, I would open up the first warp pot and then directly leaf across during the cutscene. Alright. So Dragon Roost is absolutely stacked. And Skullhammer, dude, what is this seed, man? I'm gonna go do every single dungeon and then, yeah, like I said, Matt, this is gonna be a barrier skip seed probably, if this keeps up. Just, we need some blessed RNGs in the chat for some light arrows, that's all we need. And what else do we not need? We need to not find compass in this next check, otherwise there's a little bit of time lost. Actually, hey, I can show you the cool strat.
Oh, yes. I actually haven't seen this.
Sweet.
It's going to be good.
Oh, look at those bokoblins. They're so mean. Oh, I didn't pull out that bomb to save those. Second and a half. So I can't get my swag storage small. Actually, I need Wind Waker anyways. So the only crappy thing about getting storage or chest storage is the fact that you don't see what item you pull out of the chest, so I have to check the menu or just pay attention to certain things, which doesn't really happen. I got the side arm, but it didn't do anything really. Okay, just kidding. I guess I have lots of memory for some reason.
I'm so disappointed.
All right, I'm gonna save and restart the whole seed.
Yeah, the whole run.
The whole run is dead.
You know, it's only 32 minutes.
Dude,
I mean,
I lost the run to RNG, dude.
the Goomba.
Go mode and Goma. All right, so what I was supposed to do is I was supposed to get storage.
Wait, did you just get a compass?
Bro, I did not get a compass.
Okay, so you're
I'm wasting more time actually too.
this is fun.
All right, so we are being smart.
So as we watch this all dungeons randomizer, this is going to be exciting. But I do want to kind of point out that we do have a goal coming up for one of our runs. The BioShock 2, we have an incentive to do the Spitfire minigame. That's $45, and that's 2 runs after this. So if you want to see that, please get your money in. And remember, all donations go to the Carbon. Carbonfund.org.
Yeah.
It's really tired, so thanks for bearing with me and everything. So back to your regularly scheduled run.
So the thing that startled us all was the fact that this boss is blue.
And the red eye.
And the red eye. He's he must have gone to Colorado or something. Ugh. He probably votes for Bernie Sanders too.
Whoa.
Whoa. Look at this blue fire, it's so cool. Yeah, these bosses, as boring as they are now a little less boring with the addition of cool colors. They are physically absolutely no different and technically no different. They fight is absolutely the same, but it is somehow more interesting and more enjoyable to look at because of the palette swap, so. Yeah, I'm just gonna get as much cam time on that as possible. Get to rake in all its majestic glory. Thought I was playing Ocarina of Time for a second. I thought that was Blue Flame. So this whole fight is essentially 80% cutscenes. However, I did it perfectly, as you can hear by the music cycle. Now I have a blue and red Goma. Dude, what?
Oh, that was such a crazy fight.
Dude, I've never seen a one cycle for that. Can we clip that?
That's like really hard to do. I don't even think I've done it before.
I've beaten Goma at least 1,000 times probably. I've never actually seen a one cycle. Something about the way that it bounced back and how close I was just caused it to happen. So that's really, really cool. Marathon save. I've never seen that before in a marathon. Never
This time it was good though.
Yeah. Alright, so which dungeon we're gonna go hit up right now?
You can do all of Forbidden Woods, right?
I also can do a whole bunch of overworld too. I think?
Oh, and you can do all Forsaken Fortress.
Why does it say 0 out of 14 for... Oh, I don't have all the pearls.
Yeah.
I forget. Oh, we got bottle as well. Check grandma.
Wait, where?
I got bottle.
Where?
From a check?
Which one?
The mini boss one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, mini boss check.
Would it be okay if I sneak a donation?
Heck yeah.
Okay, so Tuba Man with 2 N's has donated $5. Dean's Pearl, oh yeah. Also, nice to see Wolfer again after a bit. We miss you in the tourney, man. Heart.
Thank you. I'm playing other games, so it's okay.
Tuba Man is a really awesome guy we race with who's really up and coming in the last season. There's so many people. It just feels cool to like usher in a bunch of like, that was a really good Wind Waker dive, to like usher in a bunch of new players. Like in the last tournament alone, I'd say like there's been at least like 10 to 15 new people who have been like just learning and getting a lot of things down. That there's a couple that are providing some pretty stiff competition too. So
Yeah, it's a really great community.
oh, look at this Ganon, dude. He's got like a fire shield or fire cape thing.
That cape is so sick.
That's really cool. So if he spawns above me, we're gonna see bottle. All right. All right. So I got 2 bottle hits off on him.
So that's actually like an Easter egg for Ocarina of Time. Because I think it was a glitch in that game, but here it's on purpose.
Well, optimally, you'd want him to spawn on the ground twice, and you can 2-cycle him. So.
Are you gonna store this chest?
Yeah, I'm gonna store this chest because, you know, I just want to make tracking life difficult. There's so many people who like track for the restreams and stuff who are just like ban storage.
Yeah, because like when you're a runner, you know when you're gonna get some items and you're like paying a lot of attention to what items you're getting. But on the restream, you're trying to track 2 people at once and you're not necessarily paying attention to when they're gonna pause and look at their menu. So there's been times where I've been in a tournament race and I got some item and the restream didn't know about it for like half an hour.
Okay, I actually got it completely by. Alright, so we're gonna store this chest because, like I said, I like to make people's lives a little bit more difficult. And now that we have chest storage properties, I can, with very precise maneuvering, go up this rock without falling back through it. And this suggestion of a floor. And we'll be heading up to defeat the boss, and the reason for doing this is because going through the interior of this place is actually really slow, and then once we defeat the boss, we're gonna come right back down to the beginning anyway. I always do leafless there too, just because swag. Oh man! We really got a jackpot with this color palette swap seed. Just for reference, all the color swapping is different 100% for every seed, so all the colors will be similar maybe, but like they're never probably going to be the exact same based on how many colors and how many combination of colors possibilities there are. So here we work on frame perfect rolling, which I'm bad at, and trying to keep my movement tight. I don't know what it is about this fight, and when we did actor unloading route for vanilla, we unloaded the whole cutscene prior to this fight and this fight as well. Like, this bird was not here at all, and you would just run up to the top, there were no spikes, and you would just walk to the door at like complete freebie. But now, with the thing being back, this floor is kind of a different color too, I think, because of things.
Oh, they're probably using like Homerock's texture on it. That's silly.
All right, so we'll do 4 backflips, 2, 3.
Did you check your items, by the way?
And I'll do a dry roll.
What is this new setup?
The setup that I like to do.
Does it work?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't do anything that doesn't work. That's how
Hope
you.
not.
That's how you almost beat Gymnast. Actually, one of the sad things looking back through Gymnast and I stuff, I had like better consistency in routing, but right at the end, I was at Angular Isle and I was gonna do Super Swim to Earth Temple, and he warped to Earth Temple. Bless RNG, bless.
Wait, this thing lands you like on the wood already?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's why I do it.
Cool setup.
Yeah, 4 backflips, a side hop, and a dry roll, and then you slash when Link's finished yelling "ah," or basically towards the end of him yelling.
Did you check the item you got from the chest? Did you?
No, I will check that in just a moment.
I forgot if you answered me the first.
I'm so focused on things clearly with this palette swap. So distracted by it. So that fight, normally we would go up on top of this arena area, and the bird would fly around for upwards of 2 to 3 minutes. However, we don't have that kind of time, and the bird can just come down to us and we can hammer its head and slash it all several times. Before, you'd have to hope that it double pegs so that you can get 2 hammer hits, and you need a total of 4.
We're actually so lucky that that shard like spawns from super high in the air, because if it spawned inside the arena, we would have to save warp.
Yeah. When I first started learning that, I didn't know that you had to get rid of storage after the initial part of the thing. So when I would finish, I would still be down in the cave thing down there. See if I can save a quarter of a second. Just kidding.
Check your pause menu.
Oh my gosh, fine.
What'd you get? I don't know.
Nothing important. I'm just gonna say it. I didn't see any pearls or anything.
Still just Dean's Pearl.
Yep, just the Dean's Pearl. I should just get a T-shirt with that symbol on.
Oh, yeah, you could check your map and compass too. Could be that.
Ooh. Hey, it's a
just
map.
Yeah.
One of the reasons why I like doing wait, Boomerang, we're going straight there to that one dungeon with the one stuff and things and the forest and plants. I haven't done any extensive timings through this dungeon to figure out the fastest route, but this is the route that I see a lot of people have used. And there's also routes you can do. You can do this entire dungeon with just a skull hammer, basically. Assuming that Puppet Ganon had a map for me, and we don't need maps or compasses.
Dude, let's go.
This dungeon is being a bro. We need light arrows, and what else now? No, I think we need light arrows, and we are good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, pearls. Right?
Yes, pearls.
Somewhere.
I actually forget that pearls are a thing, because usually they just are dumped on you right away at the beginning, it seems like. Oh, these next two checks, one of them's going to be a pearl. I'm calling it right now.
There's going to be 2 pearls in one chest. We're going to see a first.
Yeah, close enough. It might lead to a pearl. Actually, the treasure charts are 100% useless in this game because the settings that we're using are limiting how much of the game we're doing. I don't want to do 900 checks.
They're not 900. It's like
Oh.
280 something.
Really? I thought it was like with everything, with all the settings and platforms and stuff.
I can click on show non-progress locations. 232. Oh, it's like 305. That's a lot. It takes a while.
It's 305 all items plus having to fish up all the items as well.
It kind of shows that the whole game isn't fun if you have to do all of it.
You want to close out this?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm just going to go to Forest Haven. We're 43 minutes in, and if I'm getting 3 dungeons done for an hour, and then
After that, you can.
just go straight and look for Tower of the Gods stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't know. This would be the first ever seed where I would do barrier skip for anything. So, if it's never happened before, it better
Don't forget. Okay.
be here at a live event. So what I'm doing there is I'm using the Swift Sail, which controls the wind wherever you go. Whatever direction you're sailing, the wind will just be behind you automatically with the Swift Sail, which was a feature they had in. Look at that. That's a good greeting. So instead of taking the Wind Waker out to play the song to change the wind manually, we can just change the wind with our sail. All right, so we're gonna do stuff. I think the setup for getting over here is 2 rolls downwards.
Oh, there we go. That's one of them.
And then a roll this way and then a jump slash. And it works.
That pearl will also give us a letter in the mailbox.
So we are currently looking for 1 more pearl and light arrows currently.
Have you checked the arrows letter yet?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm just going straight to dungeon, and I'll get all that mail right when I come out of Forsaken Fortress. So I just got chest storage again, tracker. I don't think I'm getting this. Okay, I'm gonna go back and try again.
The strat's so cool.
It's cool, but you actually need to pull your leaf right at the top of your, right there, and then just kind of run around this gap because there's a weird amount of collision there. What we would typically do normally is you can either climb up, which is really slow, you can save warp, which is kind of slow, or you can just not open a chest, which is really fast. If Key's not here too, I guess I can show off a little bit of door storage stuff.
So chest storage goes away whenever you void out or go through a loading zone. So here we just void out to get rid of it.
Which is still faster to void out plus do the strat than it is to do the regular setup things. So if But optimally in this game, if you're not getting storage within your first, second, maybe third try, the strats really aren't like good. So that's why a lot of my practice, like before a run, is just practicing like storage dives.
Also, you
and stuff.
should check to make sure we didn't get a pearl or light arrows.
Yep, I gotcha. All right, so we didn't get any of that stuff. We didn't get any of that stuff. We didn't get
Nope.
any of that stuff. It looks like it was a piece of heart. So I'm gonna hop back down here instead of going around, just because I need a little bit of a magic refill. And these seeds conveniently give us magic refills. The vines take forever to go away on these doors, so I'm trying to get them from as far back as possible. So that, yeah, I still have to wait a little bit of time there. So there's a cycle in this room on these platforms that were displayed over there when the camera pan left. And I'm going to get an early cycle by cutting this vine instead of taking the intended route, because intended not in Nintendo games. Nintendo %. This will open up a warp pot, which may or may not be used later. We're just gonna have some sloppy movement. Okay, so we're having like a disco party down here with some morphs. So there's a glitch that you can do with morphs where you can keep like storing things, and you can load like tons and tons of morphs onto your body, and it actually looks really cool when you do that with a different colored morph.
Yeah, with morphs, they normally make you slightly heavier, but then with that glitch, there's a way to have them not add any weight to your body, so then you just have a ton of them on you, and it slows down the game a lot.
I was messing around with the cheat hack menu. All right, so we got a small key. I'm just gonna go do this quick. I was messing around with the cheat program for practicing, and you can spawn any actor in. So I spawned like a bunch of dragons on Windfall Island, along with like the giant tornadoes that are out in the ocean. It basically looked like a dragon/hurricane party. Probably doesn't matter what order I do this in. I kind of typically opt for basement first for some reason, but I'm just waiting because he's scaring me. Just look at him. Look at those eyes. I really like the colors we got. Got some hot pink morph.
Yeah.
Excessive jumps, I guess. Okay. I'll just clear out this room real quick so it makes it a little easier when we have to come back here. Because if I don't clear out those p-hats, getting up this rope is actually really difficult. Alright, super hard trick, here we go. And that helps save the cycle.
Ooh, so good.
So pog. I think I recently found out something about the way the boomerang works, and I'll show you in this next room as like what I mean.
Yeah, I actually didn't know for a while that the boomerang comes back to you. That was a joke.
Oh, okay. I don't know. So like from far away, I'll get the targets that are behind this with the boomerang, and then I'll turn the camera away from the boomerang, and it will. Okay. And it will immediately load the door as like.
Oh, really? That's crazy.
Yeah, I'll do it right now. So I'm gonna shoot the targets with the boomerang, and then I'm gonna look away immediately, and it should like open up right away. Okay, a little bit.
What?
I just think that looking away just makes the action happen automatically or something. Like, it just seems like that was a little faster. Hey, a delivery bag. So you know what I'm going to check? We have the cabana deed, so...
Okay, we got that somewhere.
In one of the storage checks, we're not sure where, we got a cabana deed, so that's a big thing, because I've messed that up before in a run. I never checked my delivery bag, and it ended up being full of letters, so that was a big time loss for me. What? was just confused because it seemed like my hook shot came back early on that first time. I thought I was too close to like the tree or something.
Ooh.
We need one item, boys. RNGesus, please. RNGesus.
We are now only looking for the light arrows.
And or Master Sword upgrades if they come first.
Yeah, that's true.
If they come, then I can't do it. But if they don't, then it's on. It's happening. Wait, is this... No, we have Tower of the Gods. I keep forgetting about that dungeon. It's awful. Okay, how did I not get hit and how did he not get hit? Check this strat out. So you pull your bomb coming through here. And just throw it down like a pod.
Too fast.
Oh wait, we got more strats for you. Ready? So we come through here and we whip that boomerang out and we look... No, not there. I think that was actually too far right. No, we got it. First try, boys. So this, like, you can do these things normally, I'm sure, but like just getting all those little optimizations are huge when you're in a tournament setting and you need to keep the pace of things rolling. Maybe I can get a, oh, never mind. I was thinking about a resource upgrade or a refill right here. Resource refill, okay. But I have Boomerang and therefore I do not need to worry about bombs or bow stuff on getting Calidemos. The boss of this fight, or, okay.
That was sick.
Sick blocking maneuvers, he shacked me. Let's get that hook shot. We're gonna do some really cool tricks with the hook shot coming up here. Lots of little optimizations like moving your joystick really slow towards things. Ooh, that's actually needed. Alright, so we need light arrows in this next check. First try. Let's go. This saves like a second or two doing that optimally, so. And if you fail it, it loses like 15 probably. I'm gonna pull a bomb entering the store. It saves time on like looking back at those vines. He doesn't care now because he's obviously got bigger problems above his head. Quite literally. Ooh, they still need to change the music for this stuff. Like, I cannot believe they haven't had like randomized music yet. Like,
So the next chest has the map, right? Unless we missed something.
I'll check.
Randomized music, it's like a feature, but it doesn't work properly.
We popped on some random person's stream that we rated, and they were in Rin Temple with the Helmrock King music, and it was awful. It was so bad because it was just playing for like the entirety of them, and they were casual too. So it was the worst music in the fight for like, or the worst music in the game for like 40 minutes. I'm like, I'm leaving. I'm sorry, I cannot handle this anymore. So this check right here, because it's the last check in the whole dungeon, and we have yet to get bombs or a map. I can assure that that is the map, and therefore I don't need it.
You are sure we don't have the map, right?
Yeah, I just double checked.
Okay.
You can,
Cool.
You can check that off if you want. Okay. I kind of feel like going straight to Tower of the Gods and doing it right away because of how slow the dungeon is. I mean, we have so many overworld checks, but at the same time, we're going to have 15 checks available to us in Tower of the Gods. Right?
Yeah.
Like I said, Jet Seed, here we go. Oh, I want to try to... Okay, that's... Alright, so the reason I didn't throw it the first time is because I hit all 5 targets with the first initial hit. Okay. And I try to, like, get a couple of targets on the left side, and then I try to get some on the right side. And if you do that correctly, the boomerang can sweep around the back and cut a ton of vines so that you can only throw your boomerang 2 to 3 times. 2 is optimal, 3 is what I just did.
You can do it in 1. It's just not really for humans.
Nope, humans, nope. Oh, my ears. I think Midwest Speed Fest, there was a comment suggestion thing, and I think I put last year, comfier headphones.
Wait, you can do that? Oh, these strats are too advanced for me.
They're too risky, too. Like, what if I miss that?
You just go back.
Yep, all the way back to this dungeon we just worked so hard to get through. match. We need one thing, and we have so many.
You sure you don't want to
checks.
check Cabana? Ice Mountain?
In my hey,
Wait, Ice
male.
Ring, sorry.
Not Wolf
Ice
Room.
Mountain is a water brand. Oh yeah, you can check these.
We have mail to check.
Which letter is that?
This is Kamali's.
Okay.
It'd be nice if, like, because the spoil jingles is the same as, like, a progressive item thing.
Beetle bombs.
So many letters. Orca. Light arrows. Nope. That was an arrow?
Arrow might require a day-night change, maybe.
Maybe. Or I'll get it randomly at this loading zone. So we just found out that it's faster to super swim to this island, but only if you get storage, basically first or second try. So it's just like, you want to do it for the lol? Because there's so many checks, they're just.
Oh wait, yeah,
available
you can
right
also do the note to mom mailing, right?
here. Yes.
Yeah, I would do that just since it's
fast.
fast.
And then I have to day-night cycle anyway for arrow. Not gonna lie, this has been a lot smoother because there's been a second set of brains helping along here. Hey, look, we got a wiggling mailbox.
Wait, why would arrow require loading zone?
I don't know. I thought I beat Forsaken Fortress a very long time ago.
Yeah, it has been a while.
But I went straight from Fortress to the forest.
Maybe she needs 2 loading zones. Maybe Battle of Gales doesn't count. Who knows?
I guess I don't get Mom's letter either. I'm gonna have to day-night change again. So the first, oh dang it. Like that music jingle, it's just like so misleading. Yeah, it's strange how going from night to day doesn't work, but going from day to night makes certain letters come in, and I learned that the hard way. Plus, we are skipping Tingle's letter, which is a 200 rupee letter, which is actually useless. All right, well, that's not.
That's something.
That'll help us get through the barrier
Yeah.
if the time for that comes. So many item equips in this area. I've never like figured out how to optimally like do item equips for this area, and it's something that crosses my mind and bugs me. I can't sleep at night thinking about it. Please stop, go away. Where are you coming from?
I like how the targeting system for some places was just made to be as annoying as possible.
So I'm trying to be in a specific angle towards that wall, because if you are at a specific angle, you can hit these pegs from through the wall. And the rats running around aimlessly here make for that to be very, very difficult. Like even side hopping there could have been a disaster. We need those light arrows. Oh wait, what am I doing? I said I was going to go straight to Tower of the Gods.
You're going for the gamble. It's gonna pay off.
It's gonna pay
Right
off.
here.
Right here. So this is a trick every single casual needs to learn basically right away. You just go behind here and then aim for this one, and then you go behind here again and aim for the next one, which happens to be a chest. Can't see it, but you just assume it's there once the thing tells you. Those are called odd shots, I believe. Hey, we got the best thing in the game. A
Treasure chart 14.
trash chart 14.
It leads to nothing.
It can very be confirmed that it leads to nothing. Oh, my ears. We're gonna head one item or one sector south. I like to do all these checks as a grouping, just because they're all in the same area.
You could also do angular. It's on the way, kind of.
Hey, we can show off angular strats.
Yeah.
I'm like one of the only people in the whole tournament that does the angular strats. that I do. Everyone else doesn't save for nothing. That would have done it. You can hit both the ice block here on this treasure chest at the same time that you hit the thing, but it's pretty precise. Double magic. So I'm trying to roll off that chest, but for some reason I'm in the zone that I can open it. Don't ask how or why. So I set the wind up as well with the sail. And it's cool how we get a timer, however it's not RTA, but it's the best we got for an in-game timer. We'll have to use it. Neutral zones are hard on controllers. Dang it, it's just like the sound is so close, but then it's not anything we need. Whenever I do a save warp like this, I definitely try to remember to equip the items I'll need for the next process of tasks I'll need, and like, because simply pausing an extra time and having to equip another set of items out of a save is going to probably lose 4 to 5 seconds if you're slow, maybe 2 to 3 if you're quick. So I was saying something about angular isle strats, and there's this really tedious, slow block puzzle that took me forever as a kid to figure out. And now we just cheese the whole puzzle and don't pull a single block anymore. Well, for my strat that I do, I don't pull a block. They have a slightly different strat that's a little bit more safe and only a slight bit slower. Should probably equip Leaf. Pro MLG gamer. So I never knew this when I was younger, but apparently just going into these are loading zones to somewhere else, I guess. So I'm gonna line up to here. We're gonna just skip doing the puzzle. Just like easy, first try.
All right.
This is the light arrows for sure.
Has to be.
Da-na-na-na. See?
I mean, it's an item at least.
It could be an item that leads to light arrows.
Or it could be an item that leads to nothing and wastes our time.
I just wasted time trying to go save. I think I'm gonna go check that Southern Ferry. I'm gonna check real quick too, because it's a lone check in Southern Ferry.
Oh, you have 8 checks on Windfall now.
Again, do I just go straight to do Tower of the Gods because it's such a long dungeon? I think we should probably think about that because I'm hitting the hour mark. Let my ear heal from these headphones.
You could do the thing where you like get most of the chests in Tower of the Gods. Like the ones that are on the way.
And then skip the one that has light arrows in it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the strat. The chest, the mailbox is a wiggling, but we have nothing available to us other than Grandma, which I don't have. Like, I have to actually go save her with a ferry before she'll mail me anything. So
Yeah, the thing in the mailbox is that Tingle letter that costs 201 rupees.
I think that by default, if you have race mode on, the Tingle letter should just be double magic. So if you opt to buy it.
That would be cool. That's a good suggestion.
Oh,
I mean,
there's a master
yeah.
sword.
Now we need. I mean, do you want to do barrier skip?
Personally, if I can, I wouldn't mind it. However, once I get the sword fully upgraded, barrier skip is out of the question.
Yeah.
Because the setup requires you to slash, and once you slash, you activate the trigger for the cutscene to start. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go crank out Tower of the Gods because full clearing it versus doing most of it is actually about the same amount of time.
Well, first floor can take a little bit, but yeah, it's not. It's definitely like the closest between full clear and normal clear in terms of all the dungeons.
Optimally, you'd probably want to do this dungeon as quick as possible because of just how slow the strats are and how slow my equips are. But there's a really big cycle. I need to wait for this water to do it. So We're gonna be waiting around anyway. Oh, gotta go the wrong way too.
That was a super swim.
Yeah, that was a miniature manual unbuffered super swim. So I'm gonna,
That is a yellow chew.
I think, I'm colorblind. I dropped that bomb just because that chew is kind of annoying and it just alleviates a little RNG. Plus I have 60 bombs and I'm not worried about it. I don't throw the stick here because the one time I threw the stick, it went directly face down and it was low enough to hit the water underneath. Because the water's just ever so slightly underneath the platforming or something. And stick physics are 100% amazing. Have you ever looked into the glitch logic at all?
Yeah, I mean, I've never played it, but
Ooh, bubbles.
it seems really hard.
Glitch logic is cool because there can be things for iron boots behind places where you would normally need iron boots to get to. Alright, we're on soup dupe percent potentially. Alright, we don't have to do boss key skip. I might skip behind the gate just because it's slow and I can come back if I need to.
Yeah, I think it's smart to skip this chest until last.
Watch it be lighter. It's like, it's anything can happen. At this point, there could be a boat upgrade. This is second sphere, so actually the likelihood that it kind of feels low. However, I have seen light arrows on second sphere before. Or for some reason, you can just jump up to this platform or to this pillar from here by slightly rubbing against the wall. It's actually kind of slightly precise, but I don't know why. It felt like it just didn't press A to cancel. There we go. That's all a rhythm. I have to wait just a moment once you grab a hold of the ledge before pressing into the bomb. I don't press into the wall, I press into the bomb, and then I immediately thereafter press up. Shoutouts to input displays, which can really help with learning really precise things. I move the camera in a way so that like Link will turn around and do a 180 because that's just the fastest way to like start moving. Just really subtle, tiny things. I'm also claiming this is my strat too. Just tiny, stupid optimizations. That's part of the strat, no lie.
Did you get that chest that's on the right behind the Bombo walls?
No, I haven't got.
Okay.
No, I didn't get the bomb with the walls. Wow.
Just making sure I'm not missing anything.
I'm missing stuff. Oh, because I don't have a small key. So. Interesting.
Should be fine, hopefully.
Don't even say that, because watch, those two checks are small keys. There's 2 small keys in this dungeon, and you need 1, but there's a small chance that the key can be both on the first floor there. Strats. That's also part of the plan. We saved a half a second so that I can waste 4 on bonking. It's setting up for later.
That's how you get the keys.
That's the key. Okay, and talking to random signs that I'm nowhere near. This was found by a 10-year-old kid, and it's very useful to save a few seconds.
Yeah, there was like someone in the Wind Waker HD Discord, and like their son found the skip and like made a video of it.
And we named it Jack Skip just in honor of, I assume, a person named Jack. Whoa. So I kind of like try to lure them over towards the door because sometimes I like to get resource up refills from them. Any check now. Wait, do I have command melody?
No. I think. No.
So command melody is the tracker says that it's necessary to complete this dungeon, but there are a couple of incredibly very noob-friendly strats that we can do to skip having to use the command melody. You'd actually need to use the command melody, twice for the statues. The statues 2 and 3, right?
Yeah.
It's been like 5 years since I've done this dungeon actually casually, so it's definitely not a fresh memory on how to do things the right way anymore. I remember them talking in the Discord for Randomizer, a glitchless Discord or a glitchless Randomizer, and I'm just like, take 10 minutes to learn storage, please. Just 10 minutes. Every seed you're playing is going to be several, like 2 to 3 hours. Just take 10 minutes to learn some storage. This is the only song that repeats. So we're getting a bunch of opportunities for checks on Windfall currently. We basically have everything accessible to us on Windfall currently, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
Watch Mila have the last bow. The one thing I skipped a long, long time ago could potentially have something. Felt like a side hop was the perfect thing to do there.
Whoa, those skulls.
I can't. Whoa! Totally intended. That was a manip. So this is a really interesting setup where you just go to this wall, do a backflip side hop, and then a series of side hops beyond that, and it just gives you a correct angle. The original setup called Cosmo Hop, named after its founder, used a slightly different setup for things.
Yeah, there's been at least like 5 or more setups for this trick.
There's a Crypmo Hop, there's a Trogmo Hop, there's a combination of the two. I've seen like setup lists. And I love all the magic drops that were implemented into this game, because there were not as many magic drops in the original game, but they just hard-coded some magic drops in certain places that are really convenient when you need them. Got that lime green. So I'm gonna do some damage to his shield or armor, which carries over to his body. So I only have to do a couple extra slashes once the armor is off, because it remembers how much damage was done to the armor, I guess.
So you have 2... Wait, do you have... You don't have a key yet, right?
I have 0 keys yet. That's why I'm worried, dude.
Doesn't the next check require a key? Oh wait, no, it doesn't.
Nope. It's
The
boss key.
Okay, never mind.
I should probably open up this way. So yeah, we're really hoping right now, because I missed 2 checks on the first floor. I was gonna only skip 1, but I missed 2 just because of a random idea. And there's a small chance that both the keys could be on first floor. Oh dude, that placement was pretty bad. Usually that bubble is not much of an issue, and if he does like aggro on you, it's pretty easy to get off, but he was right in a bad spot, so got good luck there. So we have 3 checks before issues may or may not arise randomly, hence the name Randomizer. Hopefully the next 2 checks are lighter. And what if the next 2 checks were a key and Master Sword and light arrows? Oh. Then Barrier Skip would be dead. And I would lose the run to RNG. Oh.
That was weird.
Okay. So shoutouts to Keys being the most RNG heavy enemy in the whole game. Casuals love Keys and rats, and speedrunners hate Keys and rats. Those are the unpredictability that they provide in targeting systems. I'll target out of that cutscene because otherwise he'll target those R moves and it will be really awkward after that. Alright, 2 checks. We need a key. And there's a potential that there's a compass as well somewhere, so. I think I should just have bombs and bow equipped here. Dude, I need a key.
Yeah, that's looking bad.
It's looking pretty bad. So, and I didn't hit the platform, but that's fine. I can just look over there. Look at this dweeb out of the way. Maybe. If that would have hit, I would be surprised. Oh, what I'm doing there is I'm leaf pumping, and what it is you are canceling your leaf to drop, but then you're immediately within like a 1 to 3 frame window pulling out your leaf to maintain height. Are you absolutely kidding me, dude? Can I go home now?
No? No, after the run.
Okay, after the run. It's only a 2-hour drive.
But at least you can skip one of these chests because we know both of them have a key.
The chances of there being 2 keys here are quite low. Logically, there needs to be 1 key on this floor because you would casually not be able to progress. There's a need for a small key on the first floor. So if I do 4 checks on the floor and I don't have a key at that point, then I know that the last check is a key, and we definitely looked at the spoilers, so I know this is a key. So now we have to do floor 1 skip again. So if you missed it the first time, you're gonna get a good hefty tutorial on that. What luck. Alright, well that happened again, but I kind of predicted for it again. My thing with that bomb push was always I tried to push too quickly into the bomb. It would get me into the wall. Because you actually...
You don't need this, right?
You're right, but the cycle's bad anyway. So I just wanted to
True,
throw
true.
it in the void. See? Watch it.
That was cool.
Watch it go away. And we can just headbang, jam out, throw some bombs because I have too many.
You're going to need 49 bombs on barrier skip. You're going to regret those.
I will. It should take 1 bomb, but knowing me, it will probably take 49. So, and I'm not going to do the super swag strat because there's statues here, and it's not really out of my way at this point. You can completely skip putting any statues on this, but it's a lot safer to put the statue down and then immediately roll. Let's do Wizzrobe trigger skip. There's a trigger in the middle
It's
of the floor.
not going to skip it because you landed on the side.
I don't actually 100% know where the triggers are, but somewhere in the middle of this room there are triggers for an enemy in the next room to spawn, and if you, I guess, don't go in the middle of the room, then it won't spawn.
So I'm pretty sure in order to do it, you need to not grab that last ledge. So I think the trigger's like right, like between the lasers and the statue up until the ledge.
So I'd have to just like get over.
You would have to, you know, like you jumped onto that first statue, you would have to jump on the second one and then leap from there.
Yeah.
Something like that. Which is slow.
It is slow, so it's almost like just like why bother? Just deal with the Wizzrobe.
Yeah.
Gosh, we could have used Tingle Tuner to skip this room too, but when you kind of like after you get through the first bit of rando, it just becomes kind of muscle memory after that. You're just looking to see like what items you get, and then after you kind of have a feel, then you just go start clearing out dungeons. And usually by the 3rd or 4th dungeon, I'm barely even using my tracker at that point because you're looking for like 1 or 2 items, and the probability of turning up a useful item at that point is very low. Like we have the probability of, we have like 2 things that we could potentially pull up that would be necessary, and so, but how many checks left? Like 16?
There's 20 total and 16 are available in the launcher. Although 2 of them we're about to do.
All right, here's light arrows. You can also alternatively bomb boost over these lasers, so you can do this entire dungeon without a leaf. No light arrows. There's been plenty of times where I just have like a bow and bombs, and I opt to go straight here, whereas like the opponent that I'm up against may be clearing out a bunch of checks on Overworld to find leaf or something like that. I mean, they could find something useful in the process, but at the same time, like, I think that it's imperative to get, like, especially like a longer dungeon like this out of the way right away with all the cutscenes, and a lot of these checks are almost like not even skippable. We could have potentially skipped some things on the first floor, but yeah, RNG was kind of like, we're gonna put 2 keys there instead of 1. All right, what color is God on today? Not Goma. It's kind of set in a romantic mood for me. The music and the coloration is everything. Nothing says romance like getting shot in the eyes with arrows and missing. Oh, I have elemental arrows. I wonder how many people knew about elemental arrows working on this boss before Randomizer.
I had no idea.
So you can use fire and ice arrows, which would be something you normally would not have at this point in the vanilla game, but you can use them as like a... They have like +2 power versus like a +1 power with a regular arrow.
But only on the hands, not the eyes.
Yeah, I can't, for some reason, use fire and ice arrows on the eyes. I think you can use your hook shot. We're talking about things in Discord, and Hazer comes in, like, yeah, I've tried to task things before. I've seen that once in my 8 million hours of playing this game. All I can imagine Hazer doing is just waking up every morning and firing up Wind Waker. Just like, what am I gonna find today? Finds another strap. Oh, I didn't know about that. Something completely obscure and useless that we'll probably never need, but I've seen about Wind God's Aria early, where you don't need like Skull Hammer or Iron Boots or something like that. There's a bomb push clip now. There's a glitchless strap now for it. There's like 3 different versions. You can do a door cancel storage. You can do a Wind Waker push. And it's actually a very not necessary thing. Like you can do it normally, and it would be just as fast in here.
I mean, why not?
So I'm in the floor right now. just because it makes the cutscene.
I think this might be a shard.
This could be a shard. Oh man. So I'm gonna.
Wow.
Oof. If I jump slash faster, it would have been more swag. But so should we go rescue Grandma? Because I'm sure some people would be upset if we didn't rescue Grandma.
Well, it's either that or the entirety of Windfall.
You're right. Let's go do Windfall.
Or it could be in Hyrule, right?
Dude, if it's light arrows, vanilla light arrows, dude, I'm gonna be so sad. See how fast we can full clear the overworld. So logically, I'm gonna go to Windfall right now because I have 10 available checks to me, and they're all pretty reasonably quick. Minus 1, maybe 2, but 1 is really out of the way. I don't have any mail as well. I always like see the mailbox. I'm like, oh wait, just kidding. It's like feeling your phone vibrate and just looking at it, and it's just like somebody liked your post. I need to go talk to
At everyone in the Wind Waker Discord.
I love it when people add everyone like noobs, and then a lot of like old curmudgeonly Discord people are like, stop pinging people. And they put like the angry ping emotes and stuff. So that's all we need to do is go talk to the big ZZ Top Lenzo bearded guy. And then we can go activate this woman who is going to roam around. And while she does that, we can do a series of things. My wind is also set to north, which is really convenient how when you warp into this quadrant and then use your swift sail to go towards the island, it puts you directly at north. That's pretty convenient and helpful. So we need to get this moving so that I can shoot an arrow at the... Let's get that. Oh, whew.
Where do you get storage?
On the Lenzo door.
Oh.
I always do it. I always get storage as late as possible because as Mila's
Oh,
walking
yeah,
around,
yeah,
she can
that's
steal
smart.
your storage. Nice.
I didn't know you could get it there. That's cool.
I've heard people say that there's some potential bad things that can happen as a result from it, but I have not seen any instances where it's really caused any issue. Oh, that was really inconvenient. I think I can just leave over there too. I think I'll have enough time. Give us those light arrows. Alright, let's parkour up this whole thing. Nope. Okay, I'm pretty sure since I just did not get excited that she's like... I probably had enough time. I have the leaf. It really honestly doesn't make... It would have saved a couple seconds over waiting here. In fact, I could still go get storage and just hop down the level. It would like waste like 5 seconds probably.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, so we can just warp down to her from up there. Come on, be lighter. Alright, so we can actually do soup percent because now we have 4 bottles. 4 bottles percent is an actually important part of the speed run. Alright, yeah, I think I have enough magic too, but just barely. Yeah, boy. So I would just have stored that door, and then after the cutscene with Mila, I would have just gone to the bottom door again, and it would have just saved a little bit of time. There's that jingle. Forget what it sounds like, because I'm just used to this game being lo-fi. Hey, there's our command melody, so we can finally go to Tower of the Gods and clear that out, if we didn't have already done that. Well, crawling speed is actually also an increased thing of randomizer. Shoutouts to Lago. Trying to remember to equip all the items I need, not just one of them. Hey, I should have delivered those letters to Maggie. There's so many things to do on... Whoa, that's... I would not have trusted that picture at all. Maggie, cafe, transparent chest. So it's kind of like interesting how like typically coming to Windfall you wouldn't have like I think the average amount of times coming to Windfall is like 3 to 4 times, but I'm actually gonna clear out Windfall in its entirety in just 2 trips, so that's a lot of weird stuff to route all together. Because not only do I have to go check these people off, but I also usually have to mail like well,
There goes barrier skip.
Rip barrier skip. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so glad that wasn't an incentive because that would have been a really difficult incentive to achieve. Oh, we got 4 checks we're gonna do right away here. Item sliding would be a little bit nice right here, but... Alright, so we're going to do a really cool thing where I'm going to hold up left. And it turns me around. And
What?
It faces me away and zooms the camera over to here. So...
I did not know that.
However, like if you were to come here and need to leave right away after the cutscene, all I'd have to do is mash A now. But I have to go talk to her anyway, so it's just swag at that point. The best commentary in the whole game right here between the old man there. Alright, here's light arrows. See? Okay, maybe that leads to light arrows. It actually doesn't. How about that 0 magic? Didn't realize that for my fire arrow shot. That means oh wait, no, I had the leaf. Now we gotta talk to this Eskimo. At a certain point of playing this game, we've all questioned why is this guy wearing such hot clothes, but at the same time, he does not. His character does not fit in with the island. But cafe bar.
I guess you're technically going to need another trip for Zunari if you want to do that, but
Yeah.
whatever.
Hey, look, useless stuff. Gotta equip all those items I'll need. Oh my gosh, I thought that was not gonna save for a second there. I usually wait until the sound effect hits to hit start to fully soft reset it, because there's been times where I do it too quick or something like that, or sometimes there's like lag, like I don't know, it just has problems reading to the memory card really quickly. Alright. And then there's been times where I like lose like a minute or two of progress or something. Oof. Oh,
Are you going to get Minenko?
I just saw that. Alright, Maneko, what you got for us?
Light arrows.
This would have been one of those seeds that, like, if Beetle would have told us there was like a bow upgrade on like something or another, that would have been really, really convenient. Then we're gonna have to go to elemental arrows, basically, or yeah, elemental islands after this. There it is. See, the jingle just is so bad. Like, can you please change it? I will commission all my money and my life savings.
What do you want the sound to be? A groan?
I would, like, I don't know. I would make all like spoils to be rupee jingle or something.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
So we have 5 places left to check.
There's 9 locations total. There's Grandma, Hyrule, Fire Mountain, Zunari, Thorn Ferry, Western Ferry, Needle Rock.
Basically everywhere that's slow.
Yeah.
That's the best part. Like, a lot of these checks kind of are a little bit out of the way, and the Fire Mountain and Grandma checks kind of just require some slow stuff. I mean, the pacing of the seed, though, has been pretty good, though. All the dungeons are cleaned up. I'm gonna randomly save in this quadrant in case the ferry at this next place doesn't have anything, and then I will just reset back to Great Fish and then do the check next to it. Otherwise, it should save a warp. And what do we figure out? Warps are like 20 seconds? 20, 25 seconds?
Yeah,
almost.
something like that.
It's way longer than you think, which is surprising that it's still quicker than vanilla. Alright, we gotta get the barrel minigame. Where's the other rupee? Oh my gosh. So far away with Swift Sail.
9:14.
There we go. I'm not gonna get that last one, dang it. Alright, Orange Jesus, what do you got for us? I actually kind of like, I don't know, having like all the dungeons done and just kind of like roaming and looking for the last item is kind of like, it feels tedious, whereas like when you get all your items soon enough that you can like full clear a dungeon or like skip half something, I don't know.
I mean, it's tedious now, but in a tournament race, it is so scary. Like, you're basically looking for an item, and your opponent can finish at any point, and it's like literally luck in terms of which locations you choose. It's so stressful.
Jim won the second race against me because we had one lone check available to us in Forsaken Fortress, but I decided to do other checks in the overworld because we had nothing available. Like I said, nothing available to us. Please. Okay. I saw a tall island. I'm like, I'm gonna go for it, but it's this tall island I need to go for. So he went to Forsaken Fortress a little bit earlier than me, which was Leaf, which took us to the Forest Temple, which he just was able to start clearing things out a little faster than I was. So, to whoever guesses the best, because after a certain point of like execution and optimization, it's all muscle memory, and you just need to hopefully guess right. And like I don't know, if I was up against somebody right now, they could have checked Grandma a lot sooner, or they could have checked a couple other overworld checks a lot sooner, but they could have, okay. But they could have left something like Tower of the Gods as their last thing as well too, so there's so many. Did I actually miss?
Yeah.
It went like right through the little peak of the ice.
I mean, pretty sick shot.
The trick shot. I don't have enough arrows now.
Well, there's a ton of drops here.
Yeah. Let's see if I can get the one drop. Oh my gosh, too far. Wow. I usually have my bow on X. Not that. That's the worst item to pull out by accident. Taking this out won't do anything here. Professor Oak's voice rang in your head. There's a time and place for everything. Oh, RNGs, please bless this. We're in Sphere 3 right now.
Yep.
Yeah. The sphere system in this game can go up, like I've seen it go up to like 12, 13, because some things can get locked behind a series of items in a really strange way, but everything was open to us right away in this seed.
Yeah, and a sphere is basically like you start out with a certain number of locations unlocked, and then the locations that are accessible after you clear out the starting locations are in the first sphere. And then once you clear those out and get the items from those, then you have more locations open, so that's the second sphere, and then it goes on and on. So when there's more spheres, it means there's like more complicated seed, basically.
Oh, I actually equipped all the items correctly, too. Oh, this is the old Legacy Any Percent, where you would actually go up the mountain to the Forest of Fairies. Back before Manual Super Swim was a concept, like it was always an idea that it can be done. Nobody just RTA wanted to do it. And then when somebody did it, it was all over. The death of Wind Waker speedrunning came when they implemented Manual Super Swim. Let's see if I can keep
To be fair, though, a big reason that people didn't do it at first is because it used to be slow until people found out about that, like, auto-turning animation thing.
Auto-turning animation?
You know, when you, like, hold up and it automatically makes you turn around every frame once you have enough speed.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, because they thought they were going to have to pause buffer all the way up to like 1800 speed, because we pause buffer to about negative 550 speed. But to get across the ocean, you need negative 800 and some, or 1,800, I'd say, to get there safely. So they thought we were gonna have to pause buffer for. It would be pause buffering for several minutes straight. That's all I can say. And this would be the HD version, whereas in the SD version, pausing is dramatically slower because of. I'm not 100% sure, just the way the menu comes up. In HD, nothing, there was no menu item when you were playing with gyroscope. It was just a pause banner that popped up, and it was really easy to gain speed pretty quickly based on that. There's people that like get enough speed for an upcharge in like a minute and like 40 seconds of pausing on HD now. Like they have pushed. Like, there's a guy who has a 4-minute 22-second Wind Waker.
That's insane.
And he was so close to getting the 420 Wind Waker. It's gonna be the biggest pop off in Wind Waker HD. It's kind of crazy because like I started learning HD back when it was a really long route based on some RNG, and then barrier skip was found, or item sliding was found, then barrier skip was found, and then tons and tons of different route changes happened, which made the game unbearable for a while, and then we got some good tricks that made it bearable again, and then it just went this really interesting series of progressions where it was crappy and then it was good and then it was crappy again. I don't know what I need beyond that. Oh man.
So we got soup from Grandma because it actually gives us a letter. We don't need the soup itself.
We need to heal Grandma, otherwise people in chat will be angry that we just left Grandma to die. Oh my gosh.
Well, we're down to 5 locations.
And 2 of them are under the ocean, right? Yeah, because Hyrule Chamber and Lighthouse check.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that would be fun, right?
Can you imagine sub-2ing a seed with a light arrows? Okay, we're gonna go hit up Zenari because he's the quickest out of all these checks. Like, I don't want to go do the slow checks.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't get over that.
Alright, what is this strat?
I just go around the back of the island because just going back to your boat is just a little bit quicker.
Smart. Never thought about that.
I don't know if anyone else has thought about this, but I definitely did. There's sometimes where, like I recommend this to 0 people if you're going to take things seriously, but once you get to a certain point of seriousness, woo, we could have checked him before getting the Master Sword, but oh well. So that frees up a lot of, like, worry in my head because we could have done another 2 checks, which would have taken probably upwards to 5 minutes to do the next 2 checks between warping and actually doing them and sailing. So that saves off quite a bit of time.
So we are now in go mode, which means you can beat the game. Takes about 10 minutes from this point to the end. About
I'll do it
less.
in 9.
Yeah. Dean's good. He's gonna do it fast.
Dude, my best go mode was like 8 minutes or something like that because it was like a task propaganda fight, and then everything else was like perfect beyond that. Basically, all that matters is how often can you get frame perfect rolls, because there's so much rolling just through this area, and thankfully there's notches on the joystick to make things so much easier.
And the stairs are all ramps. So nice.
Are you guys ready for barrier skip? Hype. And that's why I can't do barrier skip, is because the first initial swipe will just trigger this cutscene once you have all the necessary prerequisites. So this is barrier skip. We actually got it first try, so that's a big help. Shoutouts to Baguette Stream for Dean's Pearl. I don't know if there's a lot of people in the French stream who can barely understand like what we're saying in English, but every time we say baguette, they're like, yeah, oi. Is that bad?
I think you're fine.
Hey, green shoes, but are they red? I think those are red shoes initially. Look at
Well, the
these
yellow
moblins.
shoes were also green. So it's pretty confusing.
And everything is like a hot,
And I think the
hot-
green shoes are the only ones that are not green.
Yeah, the green shoes were... I don't remember. I think they were yellow. I've seen the choose actually like a black palette one time. That was really cool. Like black with like some colored eyes. It was kind of scary. There are actual black chews in the game, and they weren't as black as those ones. Should we do trial skip?
I think you're doing it right now.
And that's trial skip. That skips doing all 4 rematches of the bosses.
Good job.
We're gonna do another time-saving thing right here, so don't blink. And save time.
I do it on the right side. But that's cool.
Yeah, Link's left-handed. I just like to keep things true to how they are.
That and Skyward Sword, though.
This cape is really cool. I want one for myself. At least we are significantly under time estimate, but bad news is we had about a half hour of technical difficulties, so we're not actually ahead. But that's all
Sort of
good.
balances out.
It's any seed that's under 2 hours is pretty good.
I mean, this seed was great for a while, and then it all slowed down. The light arrows.
Yeah. We definitely could have gotten light arrows a bit earlier, but doing the entirety of Tower of the Gods versus doing a bunch of overworld checks, it really is a wash. And like this would have been a seed where like my opponent could have been doing overworld, and I would have just gotten done dungeons, and that would have actually been like probably the unoptimal thing. Wow, he really noticed me. Okay, can't see. I'm blind. What's going on? Whoa, what's actually going on? So that's how you do things slowly. This is a slow run.
Thanks
now.
for the demo.
In case you're casual, and you only want to do casual on this chest.
10 arrows?
Yeah, that's enough. I remember when I first started running this game, and I was really like sketchy at Puppet Ganon. I came in this fight with like 14 arrows, and I did it in 10. Whoa!
This water.
I was so freaking out that I almost missed that shot. I kind of just want to wait for it. Oh, no, go away, go away, go away, go away. Okay.
All right.
This water is really tricky. Stop moving. I'm just gonna be too close. Yeah. So when he gets too close like that, it's really hard to get a...
And his movement in this phase is completely random.
Oof, that one's not good. I'll get another opportunity out of it.
Although the tail is... Like, the timings are sort
I
of
guess
the same.
I'll get another opportunity at it. But what we would typically do is we'd get that first shot, and then if you can get some extra snipes in between it, which are pretty hard, you'd opt for those. I'm trying to play it safe, but he kept getting a little bit too close for me, which was cutting off my ability to aim. Yeah, safe strat where you get the first shot and then the 2 pull-up shots is 23 seconds. And tasks for this fight is like, or for the first phase is like 10 and a half. So if you're only 10 seconds behind tasks, that's very, very good. Whereas the fight we just did was probably closer to like 40, almost 50 seconds. So here's a strat called Fast Spider Drop. It's turning clockwise, so I'm gonna stand here to manipulate its movement, and then I'm gonna roll over here quickly, and we're gonna go for double grip shot. Ready?
Ooh.
Oh, dude, that would have been so hype. And then, okay, I guess he's not falling fast.
This is honestly one of the coolest bosses in any Zelda game, because you can snipe stuff.
The music, though, in SD specifically, I'm not a big fan of the HD music because they just changed up some of the tones and stuff. But the tuba that's in the background of the state, oh, that ball. Oh, he usually just goes straight left. Let's go for Trog Shot, huh? This is bad, but we can probably do it.
Ooh.
We got another
Sorry.
opportunity.
That was
Too
so
soon.
close.
I thought he was going to clip out of bounds there for a second. I've seen Puppet Ganon clip out of bounds so many times where he's crashing into the wall, he gets kind of tangled up in himself. You want to see grapple hook skip on Randomizer?
No.
I mean,
The zombie hover?
no, the grapple hook skip, not the...
Oh, okay,
hover.
okay.
Hey, look at this rope being not red color.
Oh wait, that's the cool new thing, right? Yeah, do that. What is this? Is this new?
It's been known about for a couple years, but
No, there's no way.
it's been known about since Legend of Link found it like 2 years ago in HD. If you hold R and mash A, or some people mash A and B at the same time, you can get a lot of height.
Multiple years? I'm so behind. Feel bad. I shouldn't be here.
I'm just such a washed up rando runner. screwed it up big time. All right, so I just lost a little bit of time. I won't do it again. So
You should do this again.
I will do this again, though. I usually like go till that red links around that red texture, and then you have like a couple seconds more to go on the climb. You can actually almost get all the way to the top, like if you kind of slow down and tempo it out a little bit.
Back in my day, we went up 10 feet and then we stopped.
I remember being a washed of Wind Waker Rando Runner too. Actually, I feel that way kind of now, whereas like everybody's like new and fresh, and I'm just like, I've been running this game since before Barrier Skip. We had to do zombie hovers. Get it? Aw. You can grab a hold of that top platform right there. I screwed up like getting up there, the movement one time, and I said if I lose to this, it's gonna be a big oof, and then I did lose to it. I lost by 5 seconds.
Wow.
Right at the end.
Feels bad.
So if we take a look at Ganon, he's kind of like the warrior of the sea right now with his color palette or something.
Time's coming up really soon, by the way.
Oh yeah, time's coming up here in about 20 seconds, hopefully. So kind of child abuse. So, but we're not gonna talk about it too loud. Dude, I don't have soup. So this is soup, dude. Gotta show this off quick. I could have one-cycled that first phase, but you know, we'll one-cycle this phase instead. Soup doubles the damage of your sword output, and will speed up the first 2 phases to 1 phase, or 1 cycles. So if you don't L-target Ganondorf, it won't do the cutscene, but I'm assuming he's in, oh, come on. What is this? Camera. Yeah, like that.
All right.
And time right now.
Woo. Sick run.
Reasonable amount sub 2, even with a little bit of messing around. Wolf. I've heard of stoning people, but this is ridiculous. So, we are going to leave this game on for the next 15 minutes because if you do so, then Zelda will just randomly disappear. So we got 15 minutes before the real end of the glitch expedition is done. Just kidding. Holy crap. What do you want to shout out to the tech people?
Thank you.
Shout outs to Woofer for being amazing and helping me remember things, keep track of things, like literally and mentally with the tracker. Shout outs to Midwest Speed Fest for putting on amazing charitable events that I come and have an opportunity to see cool people here. Lots of cool people I've met through the Discord and just the events and running and the randomizer. If anybody has any interest in randomizer running, there's links to Discord and we can get you set up. And then there's tournaments once, twice a year, something like that. It's really easy to get into and start learning. All the shout outs to the restreamers and RNGesus because, yeah, I don't know. I think that's everything.
I've got one more thing.
Got another shout out?
Well, it's kind of a shout out. It's more like a donation or multiple donations. We've got it. It looks like 200, or I can't tell if that's 200 or 300. It looks like one of these is split up. But we've got a lot of money from Tony Ogbot, our runner of Mighty Switch Force.
Ooh.
Says was going to shake up the randomizer named Bid War, but guess it's a little late for that.
Dang.
So here's to naming everything in Pokemon something completely unrelated.
Nice.
Thank you, Tony, for that
that's a huge-
very generous donation. That
huge
actually, as you'll see there, pushed us over the $2,000 threshold raised
Let's go.
for the CarbonFund.org Foundation.
Yeah.
Out here planting trees, building renewable energy sources, doing great work.
Let's break last year's record.
Yeah, hopefully we can. Yeah, everyone stick around. We got Pack coming up. That's gonna be fun.
Three
Pac-Man
puck.
World. Wonderful.